Hello world, 80s Music Twin Ranked here.
And today we're doing The Grateful Dead. No, Bruce Hornsby.
Okay, you know what? After I do the top 10, we should find out where would we put Touch of Grey, because that was our only top 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, you know Touch of Grey, it was in the 80s. Name another Grateful Dead song.
I can't. I looked.
Truckin'.
Oh yeah. I'd have to listen to it.
That's the only one
I looked at titles. I did. I looked at titles and going, what do I know about theirs? I don't know anything.
Alright, so here's our, we have a connection to Grateful Dead, because, well, more than that, we have a loop here. Okay, so Bruce Hornsby started playing with, I guess he started becoming good friends with Jerry Garcia, too. Jerry Garcia's played on songs, I think, The Valley Road. I think that was...
No, Across the River. He played the guitar.
He played the guitar. I think that was the third album, right?
Yes.
I saw on that album that Phil Collins is on there, but he never played any of the drums. He was like backing vocals.
And Huey Lewis.
Bongos. I'm
Huey
like,
Lewis
what?
played harmonica on a few of the songs.
Well, Huey Lewis was going to produce an album. I think he might have. But
if you didn't know,
he got Jacob's Ladder.
Bruce Hornsby wrote Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah. Okay, so Don Henley has this third album was End of the Innocence.
Yes.
And on that song, Bruce Hornsby is the one that's playing piano. That's it. He co-wrote it
too. Yes.
All right. And Bruce Hornsby also big fan of Grateful Dead.
And in Boys of Summer.
Boys of Summer.
Don Henley mentions Deadhead stickers.
Deadhead sticker and a Cadillac.
That's good connection.
Yeah.
And you know, tell the long story to get there.
Yeah. And now. People are like, what's a Deadhead? Deadhead is a Grateful Dead fan, so.
Yes, and with barely any hits, I don't know how they have such a huge following.
Now, the thing I read, I didn't just read it, I knew this, I read it a long time ago, is that when you went there live and heard their stuff, everything was extended songs. They probably didn't play it exactly how a studio album was, they just kept going.
If you don't know anything, do you want songs extended?
Like,
get over with already.
We've Grateful Dead, in my mind, I've never been to a concert, so in my mind it's like, it's traveling Woodstock, you know?
Well, I'm telling you what, if most of the song, if Touch of the Grey is their best song, I don't want to go.
Well, you think it's their best song.
That's the only song I know.
You would have to listen to all their hits to know what their song is.
Okay, so aside from being in the Grateful Dead,
yes,
he was supposedly part of Ambrosia, which I didn't. He is not listed on the album.
Yeah, it has. I thought I was going to say he played on the album with How Much I Feel, but it's a different song that starts with How.
Right.
In the video, you can see him.
The last album after they lost their stellar songs.
Yeah. So if you watch the video for that, you can see him play piano. He's also in a video for Sheena Easton's Strut.
Her best song.
He's hidden by her. She keeps blocking his view until halfway when she goes. Oh,
yeah, she hits
and then he's there with sunglasses on like he's Mr. Cool.
Yeah, even though he's indoors and it's really dark.
Yeah, why are you wearing sunglasses, Corey? Corey Hartner. Now, if you're dead, can you be grateful?
Yes, you know that. Only if you're saved. Now, obviously, if your soul's on fire, no, you're not very grateful. Okay, so I owned 2 of Bruce Hornsby's albums, his first 2.
Good for you. Do you want a cookie?
Yes. Do you have any obscure artists where you have multiple items?
Multiple albums that I had?
Yeah.
I had obscure artists like.
I went through a phase where I was buying like lots of obscure. I have Tone Loc.
Okay.
I have Jude Cole's album with Start the
I
Car.
bought the Hooters. So
that's right. You do have the Hooters.
I bought
Jeff Healey.
Jeff Healey band. Yeah, it had Angel Eyes on it. I had the Dave. What's his name? The Dave
Matthews?
Dave Matthews Band, yes. I had one of his albums. I couldn't figure it out.
Does it have Ants Dancing?
I bought the one that had the song Too Much. I like that one song.
Alright. So he started off with The Range. They only had 3 albums, and that's why I get Dividing Line. After that he went solo.
And then he went to the Noisemakers.
Noisemakers. while also doing
Yes.
Grateful Dead and all that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
so they celebrated 4th of July a lot. But
The-
the noisemakers, aren't they the thing that
Yes,
they
you
spin
turn-
around and goes.
But isn't it funny though? His best songs are with the Range, but after the third album, we fired him. It's like, arguably the album I didn't get as their best song to me, but I didn't get that one. But then he fired them and went solo and yeah. But again, music turned after the 90s.
Which album would you buy?
Which album would I buy? The first one still.
Me too.
The way it is,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
just got a lot of hits. Even the one, just like Eric Clapton, even the ones that weren't released are good. Yeah. Now this is our second Bruce, right?
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen.
Unless you want to count Rick Springfield.
They call him Bruce.
Let's see, what else? Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Yeah, there's not much. Okay, one last thing then. Okay, so I watched a movie years ago. Robin Williams had this movie called World's Greatest Dad.
I did see that.
You did watch it, Polly?
That's where he jumped
Oh.
in the pool at the end because everything was false.
Yeah. Okay.
His
So
kid commits
his
suicide.
kid didn't commit suicide.
Oh, okay.
He didn't commit suicide.
He died accidentally.
He died accidentally
But
in
he
a,
said,
in
but
a
the
sexual
dad,
act.
But the dad
And the
said,
dad told everybody he committed suicide
Okay, that's what it was.
and that's why he's supposed to be the world's greatest dad,
Right.
because nobody knows what he actually died of, which is perverted.
I got you.
But the movie was directed by Bobcat Goldthwait, who we all
Okay.
know from. He was a stand-up, and he did that too. Police Academy.
Was he in one of the videos for Bruce Hornsby? Maybe not.
I don't remember, but
I actually just watched a video of some band, Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah,
was
but
in.
he did stand up, and he directed a lot of more
Right.
movies than just that one. But
Yeah.
I watched that one, and it's not that funny. But anyways, one of okay, so he was a bad kid. Nobody liked him, but he committed suicide, and then everybody in the school pretends like, oh, you're such a good kid. And so the one kid comes up to Robin Williams' car and started talking about his son, and he goes, oh, he liked this band. He handed the cassette tape to the kid, Bruce Hornsby. He said, here, you can have it. The kid never listened to Bruce Hornsby. That Robin Williams did. So, and then at the end of the movie, for, I don't know if it was a memorial or something, Bruce Hornsby shows up to play.
Okay, that's funny.
So he's in it.
Yeah, I did see himself.
Yeah.
He also has a song in Backdraft, but I don't remember which song it was. So we have ties to our top 3 artists. I'm going to say this. Phil Collins obviously played on some of it. He played bongos on a song
Yeah,
on
I
the
saw
third
that.
album. Huey Lewis, he played harmonica, and obviously in Jacob's Ladder, he made a #1 hit. Billy Joel wasn't on anything, but he was a piano player. Now, where do you rank? Would you say Bruce Hornsby top 5 piano player?
He's pretty good.
He is pretty good. It's almost like he's showing.
And he
off.
plays accordion, just like
Yeah.
Weird Al. I wonder
Yeah.
if Weird Al can play a keyboard.
So, but I tell you what, some of those solos, it's like he's almost like he's showing off. Look what my fingers can do. Like when Billy Joel does the angry young man, he goes.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
You know what though? When you got TikTok now and you can see many people in the world who can play piano,
Yeah.
there are a lot of impressive piano players out there
I
that
know.
are not famous. So,
Yes. Well, that's why they're more impressive because they got famous doing it.
or people play guitar, like actors. Jeff Daniels was on Kelly Clarkson's show, played a song and he wrote.
Oh, okay.
And he's like picking and doing it while singing. And very impressive. So a lot of people can do things.
Right. All right, so enough tangents. Let's get to the top 10 list.
10.
All right, there are no honorable mentions. And I'll tell you why. We agree on the top 5 songs, both of them have the same top 5. We have the same 6 through 10,
Yeah.
and we
had 2 songs. We had
agree
one.
that the 2 extras.
The 2 extra,
suck.
one was really slow, and we really didn't like it because we didn't know it either.
No.
And the other one was Jacob's Ladder, which we agree really is Huey
Bruce-
Lewis's song.
Bruce
So,
Hornsby's version is
just
not
it won't compare. Yeah.
And the other song was called Lost Soul, and it was a duet with Sean Colvin. And if you, she was a one-hit wonder. Professor Rock just did a video about her one song this week.
Okay.
Sonny Came Home.
Okay.
That's the one. So, anyways, that duet didn't make our top 10. I told you it was similar to Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush.
That video.
It's that bad. All right, so
At least those two weren't hugging.
they had their backs to each other, I think. Actually, they disliked each other. All right, so number 10, coming from Harbor Lights, and if I'm correct, the album cover is a famous picture. I just forget who.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, not of somebody back in like the really good period, like the Renaissance. Probably more modern art.
Oh, a lot of I just realized a lot of songs were written with him and his brother,
Yes.
John Hornsby.
Oh, by the way, our connection with Bruce Hornsby is he had a set of twins.
Okay.
And which
He
ones?
also had a son that died. His son died when he was 29 in a car accident.
That was his nephew, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
His brother's son.
I
I think.
think
But he did play in his band for a little short time.
Okay, I also saw this. We're not out in the top 10 anymore. They're cousins with David Hornsby, which I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
You would have to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And there's a character on there named Cricket. He's one of the executive producers, but this guy, every episode that he's in, something bad happens to him, and he just starts looking worse and worse. Like he was a priest, but he liked D, so he's like, I'm not gonna be a priest anymore. And then D's like, I don't want to be with you, and so now he can't be a priest anymore. And so and then stuff happens, like he got caught in a fire because of the gang. Everything that happens to him is because of the gang.
So
he loses teeth, fat side face is burnt off. Yeah, he's homeless.
So it's a running gag.
Yeah, and he just looks worse and worse every episode. So yeah, but he's actually.
Is there a laugh track by any chance?
No, there's not a laugh track.
Okay.
Makes
That would help it.
No, it makes it better. So, but anyways, he is married to Bones.
Oh, okay.
Zoe Deschanel's sister, Emily.
All right, gotcha.
So he does not look like his character that they make him up to. I don't know.
All right, back to the top 10. The number 10 was from Harbor Lights, and it's called Fields of Grey. Both of us put this at 10.
Not Fields of Gold.
No. Yes.
Sting.
That's why. Yeah, maybe did he steal that from Sting? He's like, I could do that too, and then didn't chart at all. Well, it did chart, but not very high. So Fields of Grey. That's gloomy. Gold.
Yeah, Gold.
There's a Field of Grey. Field of Gold. I'm gonna be over here. Eeyore's over there. Okay, number 9 coming from, I forget what it is, Hot House. That's how obscure the album is. Hot House, called Walk in the Sun. I have this at 9, you have it at 8. So again.
There was another band who put something out called Walking on the Sun. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that's the same band that sings All Star.
Okay. Oh, okay. Smash Mouth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Katrina the Waves says you're walking on sunshine.
Not on the sun.
It says walking in the sun, not on the sun. Nobody can actually walk on the sun. Now, if it's raining, that's when you sing. So, anyways. All right, number 8.
The mandolin ring.
Number 8 comes from Harbor Lights again, so we got 2 songs from that. I have this at 6, probably the best of the obscure ones. You have it at 9. I don't know why you didn't like it. It's Rainbow's Cadillac. It has a lot.
I liked it, but I wasn't gonna put it over the hits that we know.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of weather going on here. So you got Fields of Grey, probably because there's a storm happening over here. Now it's sunny. Now we're back to it's after the rain. It's got a rainbow. And speaking of rain, number 7, coming from The Way It Is, Mandolin Rain. Both of us have this at 7, and the mandolin's sort of like a guitar, right?
Yeah, it's a small. It's what one of the guys at our church played for a while.
It's like a lute.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, so I guess you can say it's
I always want to say Madeline.
Best
It's mandolin.
Mandarin. It's like a mandarin orange. No, but best slow song, let's say that. And this was in the top 10. So, because You know, he was new, fresh.
It was
new.
number one too, right?
No, he only had number one. That was what it is.
Okay.
It was up pretty high though. All right, that's from The Way It Is. Number 6 also comes from The Way It Is. Cheated on this one because it didn't make the Billboard Top 100. It was on the mainstream rock charts, but I do remember hearing it on the radio. That's why I included it, but I did on the album too. On the Western Skyline, and I have this at 8. You have it at 6. Of course, the Western Skyline is probably raining. Something to do with weather, I'm sure.
Yeah. We're not in the west or the east.
Yeah, the Eastern Skyline would be like what, New York City and Manhattan Skyline.
Yeah.
What's the Western Skyline?
I don't know what
Rocky
city.
Mountains.
What city?
Seattle with the Space
What
Needle.
city is he talking about? I don't know.
But I mean, you can't go too far off the coast, then you lose the western feel. Right? You have to have like western means cowboys.
I don't know.
I'm going to say the Rocky Mountains. That's what I say. I'm interpreting it for him. Number 5, coming from, again, I forget the album, Scenes from the South Side. Okay, so where was he from? Do you remember?
I didn't. I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I offhand, I can't remember. So, coming from Scenes from the South Side, both of us have this at 5, and it's Look Out Any Window.
What else are you gonna do? Yeah.
Any window? Any window.
Any window.
Doesn't matter which one. What you're supposed to do when you look at it.
I'm sure he says it in the song.
Yeah.
We probably should have read the lyrics.
Yes. Yeah, you're talking to a cat because that's all they do. They're in the house. They're looking out the window. Boy, I wish I could be out there. But no, good song though. This is they show this on a video live, right? And he slowed down, but hey, good beat. I like the drummer on that one. This is a song. Just keeping the beat. You're not doing much. This is the type of drummer I would be. Not fancy, just keeping the beat. All right, or an open door. You can also look out an open door, which is essentially a window. All right. Okay, number 4, coming from The Way It Is. The Way It Is. You have this at number 3. I have it at 4. So despite being his number 1, we put it down a ways.
Yeah.
Would you say that? I mean, depressing lyrics. I would say it's not supposed to be, but to me, you're bringing up all this stuff. Is this where you get the phrase? It is what it is.
That's the way.
Yeah.
Some things will never change. Okay, so the famous lyric in my mind, every time you hear it, is they're looking at an unemployment line, and the guy looks out the window, just for fun, he says, "Get a job." All right, that's. Have you ever done that?
Yes. Well, there's that movie I showed you that we watched where the guy says, "Get a job,"
Oh, yeah.
and then he gets trapped in the building.
All right.
Goes through it, and by the end of it, he's outside. And
He looks like the bum too. Yeah.
Somebody tells him to get a job.
Yeah.
All right. There's a George Thorogood. He has a song, right?
Get a haircut and get a job. Yeah.
Okay, number 3, coming from the Scenes from the South Side, the only other single from that one. Your number 2, my number 3, The Valley Road. What do you do on a valley road?
Well, the cover of the album of the song, they show a road,
Yes.
and then it comes to a bridge. So I'm like, okay, there's a bridge on it. It's a road technically, but I'm like a valley road. I don't think of bridges. I think
Depends. I mean, if you look on either side, are you between two mountains? You're in a valley. But when you get on that bridge, walk on. All right. Number 2, coming. I think I like this cover the best. He's in a nightclub, and again, A Night on the Town. That's what it's called. Is that Bruce Hornsby in the picture with the shades and the dance?
Yeah, it looked like. I think it was.
He's cool. He is cool.
He's dancing.
Night on the Town. My number 1, your number 4. His last really big hit, Across the River, and it's talking about some
Yeah.
girl.
He's got a lot of locations, doesn't he?
He does.
There's in the
I
Fields
see- yeah.
of Grey, the Valley Road, the Western Skyline, across the river.
Yes, he definitely talks about weather and locations a lot. But it's my favorite song, possibly
You can
because
see all these locations when you look out the window.
yes. I like this song possibly because it doesn't focus on piano as much,
Okay.
and it's got Jerry Garcia's good guitar solo.
Right.
But I like these songs also when it's upbeat and you're not hitting the snare, you're hitting the rim of the drum, you know.
Yeah.
And then at the end of some fine day, you will find a way. All right, so it means leave that godforsaken town you're in. That's across the river. Get out. Okay, so that was my number one. Your number one. My number two, from the way it is, it's Every Little Kiss. And yes, that was a witty prelude from last week.
Every Little Kiss.
I did not
song.
plan that. I didn't even realize
Yeah,
it. Kiss.
we
to
just
Bruce
did
Hornsby.
Kiss. So I
But
said,
yes.
or we just did Every Little Kiss song. Alright, so this is the one that goes I like that.
Yes.
What else did I say about this?
Originally,
this
first song. First
I
song you put
thought
out.
the first song in my mind is The Way It Is. That's one I remember. But this song was released before, but didn't get that high.
Yeah.
They re-released it after The Way It Is went up, and it
number
went to
one.
14.
Yeah, so yeah, The Way It Is was number one. They're like, put that one back out. We like it. And then they had two more songs. And again, this album's really good for 1986. So,
Yeah.
so same year that 4 was released. So Jacob's Ladder was on the next album he put out.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he did that. He wrote it, but he didn't include it on his first album.
He didn't.
And then Huey Lewis puts it at number
He
one.
did
and
not
he
like
re-released-
Huey Lewis's version, but he told Huey Lewis, "You do that version."
Does he realize?
Yeah.
Everybody else liked
Everybody
it.
else liked it, yeah.
It was the number one. So he's like, check this out. Where? Nah, we'll take his. All right. Anyways, Every Little Kiss is our number one, and that's our top 10 with no honorable mentions because the other two suck.
Right.
Okay. So that
So
brings
you have
us
a connection with next.
next artist. So
Next
we
artist.
just went across the river. Next week it's over the mountain. And possibly through the woods to Grandma's house we go. Anyways, that's my
Okay,
joke
yeah,
going.
that's where you were going with that.
Anyway, so that's a canoe. There's no real connection to the guy we're doing, although it wouldn't be Grandma's house.
He's not going to Grandma's house. He's
a
going to
grandpa.
Mama's house.
Right, so
He's coming home.
He is a grandpa. Is he a grandpa? Does his daughter
I
have
don't
a...
recall.
No.
But you didn't hear what I just said, did you?
No.
He's
No,
going to
but
Mama's house. He's coming home.
I did hear that.
Okay.
But and I texted you and you didn't respond to it. One of those songs that I didn't even know he had,
Yeah.
where he did a duet with somebody.
Yeah.
Didn't hear it until I researched. Then I heard it at work for the first
Yeah.
time. Like maybe that's why I recognized it because I finally listened to it.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's done several duets at the tail end of his career. So not going to give too much away, but that is our artist. Did he have anything to do with weather?
I don't recall right now. I can't think.
Yeah. Anyways, that's our artist. He's still around. He probably should be like Madonna and hang it up, but he's not. So next video, that'll be our artist. Guess who it is, and we'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Bye.